Remember when some of your favorite TV stars either quit or got suddenly kicked off hit shows right when they were most popular? Well, today we're looking at 10 actors who took a big risk by walking away from their TV fame, and a few who didn't exactly have a say in it. But before we start, make sure to hit like and subscribe if you love old school TV as much as we do. It really helps the channel, and trust me, it's a lot easier than trying to talk a TV boss into giving you a bigger paycheck. Just ask some of the stars you'll see in this video. Alright, let's jump in with number 1. Valerie Harper from Valerie and the Hogan Family.
Life is such a sweet insanity. The more you learn, the less you know.
Let's start our list with Valerie Harper, the only person who got fired from her own TV show and still ended up winning in the end. Think your family dinners can get uncomfortable? Well, imagine being completely written out of your own show, like you were just an unwanted piece of furniture.
There's some fresh fruit if you want anything.
Nah, I'm still on my diet.
It's the nicest conversation they've had all week.
Valerie, which was later renamed The Hogan Family, started in 1986, with Valerie Harper playing the slightly nervous but completely lovable Valerie Hogan. The role felt like a natural next step from her famous character Rhoda Morgenstern on Rhoda and the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Harper brought her sharp humor and perfect eye rolls to the part, and the show quickly found its place as a fun look at suburban life. It also had some big talent right from the start, including a young Jason Bateman as Valerie's son, David Hogan, and veteran actress Edie McClurg as their nosy but friendly neighbor, Mrs. Poole.
Is this chicken up for grabs?
Yes.
How about this pie?
Take it.
But in 1987, Harper decided to play tough and ask for a big raise along with a share of the show's syndication profits. The producers basically said, "Nice try," and fired her on the spot, writing her character out with a sudden off-screen car crash. It was the TV version of changing the locks and acting like you never lived there. Instead of canceling the show, the producers brought in Sandy Duncan to play the boys' super upbeat Aunt Sandy and renamed the series The Hogan Family. Somehow, the show kept going for another 4 seasons, proving that if the rest of your cast is strong enough, you can replace the main character and still keep things running. Meanwhile, Harper took the producers to court for wrongful firing and breaking her contract, and she won, earning a multi-million-dollar settlement. It was one of those rare Hollywood stories where someone truly got the last laugh. After that, Harper appeared in more TV movies, stage performances, and guest roles, reminding everyone why she was such a beloved TV star in the first place. Which actor's exit shocked you the most? Comment their name and tell us why it hit you so hard. Number 2. Topher Grace from That 70s Show. If you were flipping through channels between 1998 and 2006, there's a good chance you came across That 70s Show, the sitcom that brought back bell-bottoms, basement hangouts, and some pretty cringy 70s slang. Topher Grace starred as Eric Foreman, the sarcastic, awkward everyman who always seemed to wonder, why am I even friends with these people? With his dry humor and perfect timing, Topher was the heart of a cast that also included Ashton Kutcher as the goofy Kelso, Mila Kunis as the spoiled Jackie, and Laura Prepon as the tough, no-nonsense Donna.
What's the curfew?
About 1 minute. Now, Donna, I'm not bragging, but if you're properly motivated, I can actually do it in that amount of time.
By the end of season 7, Topher decided it was time to trade in his bell-bottoms for movie roles, leaving the show to chase a film career. His exit was handled in typical sitcom style. Eric was sent off to Africa to find himself because apparently the writers thought a guy who once built a Death Star out of Legos would suddenly become a world traveler. With Grace gone, the show stumbled through a shaky final season, awkwardly trying to fill the gap with a new character named Randy, played by Josh Myers. Yes, the younger brother of SNL's Seth Meyers.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Randy. I work at Hyde's record store, go to college part-time.
And if you don't remember Randy, don't worry, most viewers don't either. The show ended in 2006, with most fans agreeing it really should have wrapped up the moment Eric boarded that plane to the Serengeti. Which actor's exit shocked you the most? Comment their name and tell us why it hit you so hard. Number 3, Delta Burke from Designing Women.
Coming in at number 3, we have Delta Burke, the Southern belle who got fired from one of the smartest sitcoms of the 80s after a behind-the-scenes fight messier than a butter-soaked biscuit at Sunday brunch. Designing Women ran for 7 seasons, from 1986 to 1993, following the lives of 4 outspoken women running an interior design firm in Atlanta. Burke played Suzanne Sugarbaker, a former beauty queen turned self-proclaimed steel magnolia, with a love for luxury and a real knack for delivering some of the show's funniest, most self-centered lines.
Big and beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Jo, for the hot tip. I just don't think I need to patronize any store that would call itself by that thing, but since you think it's such a good idea, why don't we just go all the way and start shopping at Fat and Fabulous?
She was the kind of character who'd show up to a barbecue in a fur coat and then complain about the mosquitoes. But as the show got more popular, the tension behind the scenes grew too. Burke famously fought with the show's creators, Linda Bloodworth Thomason and Harry Thomason, over long working hours, creative control, and what she called a hostile work environment. The tabloids focused on her weight, but the real drama was much deeper. A mix of bruised egos, power struggles, and enough on-set sniping to fill a Southern Gothic novel. Things came to a head in 1991 when Burke was suddenly fired. In Hollywood, creative differences usually means the relationship is completely broken, and this was no exception. Designing Women continued for 2 more seasons without her and Jean Smart, who had left at the start of season 6, but it never really had the same spark, like a casserole that's been reheated one too many times. After leaving, Burke starred in the country-themed sitcom Delta in 1992, which tried to use her Southern charm but couldn't find an audience, and it was canceled after just 1 season. She later reunited with the Thomasons for the Designing Women spin-off Women of the House in 1995, bringing Suzanne Sugarbaker back as a bold, politically incorrect congressional widow.
Do you see these, Nadine?
It's Natalie, and no, I didn't. Oh, these are lovely. Lovely? Are you kidding? They're a heck of a lot more than that. They're handy as hell.
But even with the high-profile reunion, the show had a hard time finding its rhythm and was canceled after just 1 season, with the last 4 episodes airing on Lifetime after CBS pulled the plug. Burke kept making guest appearances on TV over the years, but she never fully got back her Designing Women glory days. Number 4, John Amos from Good Times. Man, who could ever forget that theme song? Anyway, coming in at number 4, we have John Amos, the man who played one of TV's toughest, most loving, and most dedicated dads, before getting fired for being a little too honest about his own show.
Sheen! A gorgeous hunk of woman here.
Good Times ran for 6 seasons, from 1974 to 1979, and was one of the first sitcoms to focus on a Black American family. John Amos played the hard-working James Evans Sr., balancing the show's humor with real-life struggles. But Amos's dedication to telling real stories eventually caused tension with the producers. As the series continued, he became frustrated with the move toward bigger, more cartoonish comedy. And who could forget Jimmy Walker's catchphrase?
Kid, dynamite!
Yeah, well, John Amos didn't like that either. He felt the show was drifting away from the real struggles of a working-class family, and he wasn't afraid to speak up. The producers apparently didn't like his honesty, because in 1976, they killed off his character in a sudden off-screen car accident, a move that felt less like a creative choice and more like a TV grudge match.
Damn, damn, damn!
Without Amos, Good Times lost the emotional heart that had grounded its comedy and real-life stories. Esther Roll, who played his on-screen wife, Florida Evans, also left after season 4, frustrated with the show's move towards sillier plots. She eventually came back for the final season, but by then, the damage was done. The show never fully recovered without its original power couple. Amos went on to have a successful career in Roots, Coming to America, and TV shows like The West Wing and The District.
He later said that being a bit more diplomatic might have kept him on good times, and eventually he made peace with creator Norman Lear, even starring in Lear's short-lived 704 Hauser. Number 5. Michael J. Fox from Spin City. All right, coming in at number 5 is Michael J. Fox, a sitcom legend who left a hit show for all the right reasons. Spin City ran for 6 seasons from 1996 to 2002 and followed the chaotic lives of New York City's mayoral staff, with Fox playing the fast-talking, quick-witted deputy mayor Mike Flaherty. It was a big comeback for the Family Ties star, and his sharp comedic timing helped make the show a huge hit.
This guy, you know, Owen was my mentor. He taught me everything I know about politics. How to campaign, how to manipulate the press. Most importantly, how to motivate people. So when he gets here, I want you guys to all, you know, do stuff.
Fox earned 4 Emmy nominations and won once for the role, solidifying his status as a TV legend. But behind the scenes, he was dealing with Parkinson's disease, which he made public in 1998. He even joked about it on a memorable episode of The David Letterman Show a few weeks later.
It's good. It was it's something that I've had for a long time, like 7 or 8 years, and I hadn't really told many people about it. And people were saying to me, you know, how could you keep that a secret? And I thought, I didn't really think of it as a secret, you know? It's like, who among us goes, you know, hi, I'm Bob, I have gout.
By the 4th season, the symptoms had become too hard to handle while working on a hit network sitcom. In 2000, Fox announced he was leaving, giving fans one of the most emotional farewells in TV history. His final episodes mixed humor with touching, heartfelt moments. And if you didn't tear up a little during that farewell scene, you might want to check your pulse. After Fox left, the show went on for 2 more seasons, with Charlie Sheen taking over as the new lead.
Who's Samantha?
She's a friend from my yoga class.
Really? You never mentioned her. What, are you hiding her from me? You're hiding her from me.
The tone of the show changed, and while it stayed somewhat successful, it never quite found the same spark without Fox at its heart. Fox went on to focus on his health and advocacy work, founding the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. He later made TV comebacks with guest roles on shows like The Good Wife and Scrubs, proving his strength and lasting impact in the industry. If there were ever a class on how to leave a show with grace and dignity, Fox would be the one teaching it. And since you're still here, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. We promise we're not going anywhere. Now, let's keep our countdown going with number 6, Farrah Fawcett from Charlie's Angels. Sliding into our number 6 spot is Farrah Fawcett, the poster girl of 1970s cool, who left Charlie's Angels after just 1 season, even though she was the breakout star of the show. Charlie's Angels ran for 5 seasons from 1976 to 1981, following 3 private detectives who took down criminals with a mix of glamour, action, and perfectly feathered hair. Fawcett's character, Jill Monroe, became an instant icon, helped in no small part by that famous red swimsuit poster. You know, the one plastered on the walls of roughly 12 million teenage bedrooms and countless bachelor pads. She helped turn Charlie's Angels into a pop culture phenomenon, securing the show's place in TV history. But despite the show's huge success, Fawcett decided to leave after just 1 season to pursue a movie career. Unfortunately, her first big-screen film, Somebody Killed Her Husband, flopped so badly that critics joked it should have been called Somebody Killed Her Career. The producers weren't happy about losing their biggest star and sued her for breach of contract. Fawcett eventually agreed to return for a few guest appearances in seasons 3 and 4 to settle the dispute, proving that hell hath no fury like a TV producer scorned. The show went on without her, bringing in Cheryl Ladd as Jill's younger sister, Chris, to fill the blonde bombshell role. While Charlie's Angels kept strong ratings for a few more seasons, it slowly lost momentum and ended after its 5th season. Fawcett later found her true calling in serious dramatic roles, earning critical acclaim and multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for powerful performances in TV movies like The Burning Bed, a brutal, gut-wrenching film that showed everyone just how much range she had beyond feathered hair and that famous smile. Sadly, Fawcett passed away in 2009 but her legacy as a TV icon and pop culture phenomenon lives on. Number 7. Suzanne Somers from Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
Sliding into the number 7 spot is Suzanne Somers, who brought the perfect mix of innocence and comic timing to Three's Company as the adorably clueless Chrissy Snow.
Well, this is typical getting a girl pregnant. Only a man would do a thing like that.
Three's Company ran for 8 seasons from 1977 to 1984 and followed 3 roommates sharing an apartment, with one guy pretending to be gay to meet the landlord's rules. Totally normal, right? Somers' portrayal of Chrissy helped make the show a huge hit, turning her into one of TV's biggest stars almost overnight. But by season 5, Somers and her husband manager, Alan Hamill, decided it was time for a big raise. She wanted to go from $30,000 per episode to $150,000, matching her co-star John Ritter. It was a bold move, especially at a time when female TV stars often earned far less than men. The network wasn't on board. They rejected her request, and when Somers started missing tapings as a negotiation tactic, they fired back by writing her out of the show, sending Chrissy off to Fresno to care for her sick mother. She literally just phoned in her lines.
Hello? Hello, Janet. Oh, I'm so glad you're up.
The fallout wasn't just professional, it was very personal. Somers' co-stars, Joyce DeWitt and John Ritter, felt blindsided by the contract fight and all the media attention that followed. Because of this, Somers didn't speak to either of them for decades. It wasn't until 2003 that she reconciled with Ritter, just before his untimely death. In 2012, she and DeWitt reunited on Somers' talk show, finally putting their differences behind them.
Are your parents still alive?
They are.
Uh-huh.
They're like 84 and 85.
You still go back to Indiana?
Yes, because my parents are there.
Uh-huh.
Three's Company went on without Somers, and while it stayed in the top 20 for much of its run, it never quite had the same spark. Somers, meanwhile, reinvented herself as a fitness icon, becoming the face of the Thigh Master, the infomercial hit that made her a 90s pop culture fixture.
I used to do aerobics till I dropped, then I found Thigh Master.
She even found TV success again with Step by Step, proving that even if Hollywood shuts the door, you can still sneak back in with smart, a little creativity, and a pair of toned quads. Sadly, Somers passed away in 2023, but her legacy as a TV icon and fitness pioneer lives on.
Number 8. David Caruso from NYPD Blue. Sliding into the rankings, we have Caruso, famous for one of TV's most notorious exits. NYPD Blue ran for 12 seasons from 1993 to 2005, pushing network TV limits with gritty storylines, complex characters, and just enough bare backsides to make parents reach for the remote. Caruso played Detective John Kelly, a cool, confident, no-nonsense cop who quickly became the show's breakout star.
Wait a minute. You are going to take her out in front of them?
His intense acting and laser-focused stare helped NYPD Blue earn critical praise from the very start, with Caruso even winning a Golden Globe for his work in the first season.
And the winner is...
David Caruso.
Thank you.
But then Caruso did what so many rising TV stars do. He let his ego write checks his career couldn't cash. After just 1 season, he demanded a huge salary increase, reportedly asking for $100,000 per episode, a cut of syndication profits, and perks that would make even a movie star blush. The network said no, and Caruso, convinced he was about to become a movie superstar, walked away. His last appearance was in Season 2, Episode 4, Dead and Gone. Unfortunately for Caruso, his big-screen dreams hit a wall. His first movie, Kiss of Death, in 1995, barely made a splash at the box office, and his follow-up, Jade, also in 1995, flopped both critically and commercially. Instead of rising to stardom, Caruso's career quickly fell. Meanwhile, NYPD Blue continued for another 11 seasons, with Jimmy Smits stepping in as the new lead.
Morning.
Let's go.
Many fans would say that Smits' character, Bobby Simone, was just as compelling, maybe even more, than Caruso's John Kelly, showing that no one is truly irreplaceable, not even the king of the dramatic pause. Caruso eventually returned to TV with CSI Miami, which became a huge hit, and secured his place in pop culture with his signature one-liners and sunglasses moments. In the end, he got his comeback, just not quite the way he had imagined. Number 9. Christopher Meloni from Law & Order SVU. Coming in at number 9 is Christopher Meloni, the actor who left one of TV's most successful procedural dramas after more than a decade as Detective Elliot Stabler. Law & Order SVU premiered in 1999 and is still going strong, wrapping up its 26th season on May 15, 2025. Meloni played Detective Elliot Stabler, a passionate, sometimes hot-headed cop who often got too personally involved in his cases.
Are we really going to do this dance again, huh?
I mean, what do you want me to say? That I fantasized about killing the perp?
Did you?
Yeah, you're damn right I did. And this time, I fed him my gun and I pulled that trick.
His chemistry with co-star Mariska Hargitay, who played his partner Olivia Benson, helped make the show a ratings powerhouse.
What do we got? White male, 30s, with this tat around his neck.
For 12 seasons, Meloni brought a raw intensity to the role, tackling some of the darkest storylines on network TV. But in 2011, after contract talks broke down over salary, Meloni suddenly left the show. Unlike some other stars on our list, he didn't get a dramatic on-screen farewell. His character was simply written out between seasons, with viewers told that Stabler had retired from the force after a shooting incident. It was a shocking exit that made fans feel like they'd been ghosted by a close friend. SVU went on without him, bringing in a rotating cast of new detectives to work alongside Hargitay. While the show stayed successful and became the longest-running primetime live-action series in TV history, many devoted fans still felt the gap left by Meloni's departure. He returned to the role of Stabler in 2021, appearing on SVU before launching his own spin-off, Law & Order Organized Crime. After a decade away, he slipped right back into the character, giving fans the reunion they'd been waiting for.
Liv, I'm sorry.
Elliot, we don't have to do this. Are you sorry for leaving? Or are you sorry for walking? For not giving me the courtesy of telling me? Both.
Number 10. Shelley Long from Cheers. And finally, taking our last spot is Shelley Long, the actress who made one of TV's boldest moves by leaving Cheers. One of the most beloved sitcoms ever, Cheers ran for 11 seasons from 1982 to 1993, following the lives of the staff and regulars at a Boston bar where everybody knows your name, and no one actually pays their tab. And yes, we're talking about you, Norm. Thanks for all the laughs and the unforgettable memories of watching the show.
May you rest in peace.
Long played Diane Chambers, the neurotic, intellectual waitress whose on-again, off-again romance with bar owner Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson, became one of the defining TV couples of the 80s. Their will-they, won't-they relationship kept viewers coming back week after week, and their constant bickering, combined with undeniable chemistry, created some of the most memorable and quotable moments in TV history.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you saying that I'm too dumb to date smart women?
I'm saying that it would be very difficult for you. A really intelligent woman would see your line of BS a mile away.
But after 5 seasons, Long chose to leave the show at its peak in 1987. Her decision wasn't just about chasing a movie career, as people often said. She also wanted to spend more time with her newborn daughter and explore a wider range of acting roles that the nonstop schedule of a weekly sitcom didn't allow. The producers decided to permanently separate Sam and Diane in the season finale, I Do, Adieu, with Diane accepting an offer to write a novel and moving to Los Angeles, a fittingly bittersweet farewell for a character who'd always dreamed of something bigger.
I'll be back here. I will. I'll see you in 6 months. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's better.
Have a good life.
Wow, that was touching. Anyway, Cheers went on for another 6 seasons without Long, bringing in Kirstie Alley as Rebecca Howe, a tougher, sassier foil for Sam.
Mr. Malone, may I see you in my office?
Yes, ma'am.
The tone of the show changed, but it stayed a huge success, eventually becoming one of the most celebrated sitcoms in TV history. Long returned for the series finale in 1993, giving Diane Chambers a bittersweet farewell and reminding fans why she remains one of TV's most iconic characters, even if she left the bar a little too soon.
Hello, Woody.
Well, hi, Miss Chambers.
What's new in your life?
All right, that's our list of 10 TV stars who either walked away from or were forced off hit shows. Tell us in the comments if you think any of these actors should have stayed. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos about your favorite retro TV shows. Hit the notification bell too so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.